Hey guys, Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert or a professional. Please do your own research. Trading is risky. Today I just wanted to do a quick market review on BTC and ETH and where I think the market is headed and what I'm projecting for the next few weeks. For Bitcoin, if you look at high time frame charts, it's obviously incredibly bullish. If you look on the monthly, it looks insane. Obviously, price broke the all-time high levels at 20K after consolidating under that level for several weeks. And this was an explosive move up to nearly $24,000 on low time frame charts. On high time frame charts, it still looks very bullish. This you can't call this bearish in any way, shape, or form. In terms of potential pullback areas, I mean, there are several areas to look for. 16,000 is an area of interest. This little area here around 18,000 is going to provide some support, in my opinion, and obviously 20,000. But I'm not exactly sure when these areas will get tested, if they'll get tested. And I'm not sure exactly what the end target is for Bitcoin in the short term. It could very well be up to 26,000. It could be 30,000. I have no idea. I'm just going to keep looking on lower time frame charts. And as of right now, after Bitcoin made this big explosive move, you can generally see price forming a range, and that's exactly what it did after it had this big blow off consolidation. This big blow off candle right here. You can see price generally forms a range, and it will consolidate in this range for a certain period of time before basically deciding where it wants to go. And this is kind of what we're seeing right now. We're seeing price just stay within this 24,000, high 23Ks to low 22Ks. And some people are really good at trading these types of ranges. I personally am not. It seems fairly predictable in the sense that you can just basically buy in this 22,000, this low $22,000 area, and you can sell in these mid $23,000 areas. And these are low liquidity states where price is basically sucking liquidity from both ends of the spectrum. As of right now, I can't really tell you which way I think price is going to head. The overall bias and trend is still bullish. There is some heavy sell volume overall. And as I really highlighted before, it takes several days for price to basically top out. If you look before any time on the chart, it takes price several days to consolidate before breaking down. And I expect that we're going to see the same thing here. Pretty much every other situation where there was a market top in the short term or long term, price always just takes several days to resolve itself, as I like to say. So I project that this is going to be very similar. I think that price is going to just chill out whenever it finds a top. I don't know where that is or when, but it should take several days to resolve itself. And, it's going to look maybe something like this. We're just ranges, and then comes down. I don't know how far the retrace will be. This is a bull market. Everything's really strong in general. I don't know. I honestly have no idea, but my overall bias for Bitcoin is still bullish. So in terms of the environment too, of what I want to see, I basically want to see Bitcoin top out and then have this steep drop wherever it finds support. I don't know where it will be, either 18,000, 16,000, 14,000, 20,000. I have no idea. And during this time, it's going to be very, very ugly for the entire market. The entire market is going to sell off dramatically. Altcoins will sell off. Alt BTCs probably will drop. Bitcoin will obviously drop. At that point, some of the perma bears are going to be rejoicing, but it's, in my opinion, just going to be very short-lived, because I do believe that once we see this dramatic drop, we might see a little bit of consolidation, but then I think we enter basically a big, large ranging consolidation where we see a large range formed on both ends, wherever this stalls out at. I'm not sure wherever it finds support. And at that point, I think that altcoins are going to flourish. And I'm really looking for this big dramatic drop, and that's when I'm going to be buying more altcoins at that time. I'm already fairly in altcoins right now, but I'm still waiting for Bitcoin to have this big, massive drop before buying a lot more. I'm still trading alt USD pairs, specifically majors, but the other altcoins, and we're seeing really good gains today, but I mean, you're not really seeing a prolonged quote unquote alt season quite yet. And the reason is just that there's too much uncertainty with Bitcoin at these current levels. I see some people saying they want to see some ranging, and yeah, I do want to see some ranging as well, but I want to see this big drop first. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I don't really think this is the environment where Bitcoin just basically hangs out in this tight range and alts just flourish. Personally, I think a bigger range is needed, and I think that Bitcoin will form the base over the next few months and then go on a moon mission in 2021. So that's what I'm hoping for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, I know I sound like a broken record, but I do think that Ethereum will be very strong in the coming weeks. As this chart shows, every single December of the last 3 years, we've seen ETH/USD go at least 100% over the next few months, and December is usually the bottom. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar again this year. The market structure is quite a bit different from 2018 and 2019, where you potentially saw some bearish market structure. Right, in both instances, you saw a very bearish market structure, whereas this situation, it's still a bullish market structure given higher highs and higher lows. But overall, I still believe that there is plenty of upside for ETH/USD, and even if it goes 90% from current prices, that's still in the 1200 ranges. I think that the ETH/USD is arguably a better upside buy than Bitcoin at this point. I think it's more likely that ETH/USD goes up 100% versus Bitcoin in the short term. But that's just my opinion. I have no idea. ETH/BTC is always a indicator for any potential altcoin pumps. I do believe that ETH/BTC should move relatively soon, but it could still take some time. Every time we saw here, we saw some massive sell volume that indicated that the bottom was close to near, at least the short-term bottom. And for here, we're not quite seeing that yet. There could still be more pain for ETH/BTC. It could certainly go to this area right here. This 022 area, that's certainly possible. And Ethereum is generally a good indicator for macro indicator for altcoins in general. So like when you have a healthy ETH/BTC, you have a healthy altcoin market. And right now we're just not seeing ETH/BTC be in a really strong trending bull market yet, in my opinion. It's still just kind of ranging, and it's been in this range for arguably 2 years. So I'll just keep an eye on it. I still have ETH/BTC, or just ETH. Still one of my biggest positions, and just kind of watching it. And LTC actually looks really, really good. I think that Litecoin has huge amount of potential in terms of where price is currently at. I know this is kind of a messy chart here. Here is my this is my short-term thoughts. Basically, I'm hoping to buy at $91. I don't know if I'll get it in the short term, but we'll see. This still looks really strong to me. This is like resistance, resistance, and now hopefully it'll be flipped to support if it's tested again. And overall, it still looks really good. I think that these highs around 130 or 140, I think these are definitely areas of interest for Litecoin in the next few months. I think that this is going to be a good shorting opportunity from the first go. If you are a scalper, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see something like go up, come down, test 120, then come back up again. But overall, I mean, I'm not sure if LTC is going to ever hit $320 or whatever, but I do think that this is going to tap the $140 area. I don't think that's that out of the question. Given this current market structure, I mean, volume is really coming in hot. You can really see volume being pretty nice overall. And yeah, this just looks pretty good in the USD pair. And in general, majors are going to follow BTC USD. So that's personally why I'm trading them myself, is that I think that the majors are going to be a little safer than other altcoins right now, given BTC is so strong. And I went a little bit into this in the market review, but all BTC pairs, many of them some of them just don't look very good. I mean, others look okay, like Seller is just in this accumulation bottom right here. And I really wanted to emphasize that if you buy something like Seller BTC, this trade could take a very long time to complete. It could take another month or something like that before this moves. There is an opportunity cost for that money when it just sits in your coin. So make sure that you understand your investing strategy and your style before you decide to just buy this, because it could take quite a while. And you just sit there, and there's nothing wrong with that. It can just be difficult when you see other coins moving and then your coin's basically not moving. But I believe many alt BTC pairs are just basically going to be ranging for the most part. And here's another one banned. Like, it could still keep going lower. That's to be expected. You're going to see kind of like this accumulation, ranging price action for many of them. And if you're lucky, you'll see coins like YFI basically have a V-shaped bottom where you see this. It's a V-shaped recovery, and you can see that for other coins in general for reversals and massive buy volume, but not all of the altcoins are going to basically be doing this. You'll need to see some very strong ones, and yeah, that's definitely one potential result for some of these alt BTC pairs. But until Bitcoin is done doing its thing, again, I don't know where it stalls out. It could stall out at 30K, 25K. I have no idea. You aren't going to see alt BTC pairs do super, super well, in my opinion. I think you're still looking for that big drop. So those are some quick market thoughts right now. I'm personally just accumulating some alt BTC pairs, but I'm mostly just day trading or scalping the majors. I am trying to remain patient for stuff like LTC, and I have a small LTC spot bag, but I'm hopefully I might do a small position here and just do a small position on LTC. But that's my plan for right now. My plan is basically just to go ahead and wait for Bitcoin to do its thing, go ahead and make its big move in either direction, and then I will go ahead and enter some positions at that point in either direction. If it goes up, then I'm going to enter some alt USD major pairs, and if it goes big down, then I'm going to enter some alt BTC pairs. That's kind of my strategy right now. Today I didn't really trade a whole lot. I had some entries, but I basically am not sure if I'm going to get them quite yet. So just going to keep remaining patient, and observing the market. So thank you very much for watching, and stay safe.